Well, something came up. It's just a drink with a friend.
Anyone I know?
No.
Another time, then?
Sure.
What do you mean, just a caution? It's an admission of guilt, man. And what if the press get hold of it?
Well, let's hope it won't come to... Dr. Clay, you examined Lady Healy Henderson earlier today.
Yes, and in my opinion, she was fit for interview.
Then. Fit for interview, then.
As you are aware, Doctor, anything said or done by the detainee whilst in detention may be considered unreliable in subsequent court proceedings because of the mental state of said detainee.
He's entitled to a second opinion.
I don't have time for all that. We'll be here all night. He wasn't even there. You don't need a doctor to see the woman's lost her marbles. Now, I want her re-examined, and I want it done properly this time, or you will never work for the police force again. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, have you heard the latest? Old lady What's-her-name's only one of Leatherbridge's most wanted. Our clear-up rate's going through the roof.
You're avoiding me?
Oh, I was just filling him in.
You've seen it all, Collins. What's your opinion?
Woman like that, on a one-woman crime spree, gotta be a cry for help.
What happened with Rugg?
What do you think?
Welcome to my world.
I expect he wants you to say I'm mentally unbalanced.
Well, your behaviour does seem irrational.
That depends on your perspective. If prison were preferable to home, then my behaviour would make perfect sense.
There are organisations that can help women who...
I'm not a battered wife. Tristan doesn't have to resort to violence to get his own way. He is, however, very tiring. Did you get it?
Yes.
8:30 breakfast. AM housekeeping, bottle bank, garden. 12:45 lunch. PM dry cleaners. He's got your entire day mapped out.
Every day for the last 35 years. He worries that I won't make efficient use of my time.
10 p.m.
Sex. I had rather hoped that that side of things would tail off with age, but you doctors have got a lot to answer for. There's a pill for everything these days, it seems. So, when you asked me if I wanted to go to prison, it struck me that if I told the truth, I could be sleeping on my own tonight.
But even if you get charged, you're still certain to get bail until the trial.
Not if I'm likely to reoffend. And I will, if you let me go at the very first opportunity. The custody sergeant was most helpful on that score. Look, if it helps speed things up, the reason I stole is because my husband is desperately mean. Miserly, in fact. I get cash for housekeeping, but I have to show him the receipts, and he'd never let me have those things. And I like to feel pretty and feminine. Not in front of him, but when I'm alone. It's amazing how a dab of scent and an extortionately expensive lipstick can make me feel like I'm someone that I'm not. Sounds rather pathetic now I say it. Pure escapism, of course. Anyhow, I did get caught, and of course I was going to deny it, but then you asked me if I wanted to go to prison, and it suddenly struck me. All those hours locked up with nothing to do except read my book and be alone with my thoughts. Regular meals. Hardly haute cuisine, but perfectly adequate, I should imagine. And I expect there'll be a gym. I could even do a course. Do you think I'll be there long enough to do an A-level?
You make it sound like a holiday.
Well, it would be for me.
Thanks. The custody officer tells me you haven't eaten.
Thank you. I couldn't before, but suddenly I'm starving. Confession must be good for the stomach as well as the soul.
Can I ask you something?
Why didn't I leave him? Wouldn't have known where to start. Nowhere to go. No real friends. I haven't even got my own bank account.
I was going to ask why you married him.
I was pregnant. People don't have to do that anymore, do they? Stay together for the sake of a baby.
Not always.
I doubt he was intending to marry me. Always saw me as a cut beneath him, you see. And then afterwards I realized that, well, let's just say he regarded our union as more of an acquisition than a merger. Do you think I'm stupid?
Sooner or later, you're going to have to stand up to him.
Isn't that what I'm doing?
He's the same as you or I.
And admitting it'll bring the wrath of Rug down on both of us. Not to mention the ACS and Sir Shout a lot.
Well, it's worse for you because I've still got the day job, but you can reject that if you like. Insist on a second opinion. Wouldn't be hard to find a renter shrink to back you up. I'll support you, whatever.
Thanks. Don't really have a choice, do I? The property of Rosendale's Limited,
Have you
section
gone
1 and 7
stark
of the
raving mad?
Theft Act 1968.
We'll see about this.
Do you understand the charges?
Yes.
Have you anything to say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can't charge my wife. She's unbalanced. You hear me? Unbalanced.
If you could just calm down. Your wife's admitted her guilt. I had no choice.
I want DCI Rugg and the chief superintendent down here right now. In fact, I'll get them myself.
Let me help you with that. Cheers.
He's got high blood pressure. I do hope he isn't going to have a stroke.
You have to talk to him.
And say what, exactly?
The truth. Tell him what you told me.
I can't.
Well, then you haven't resolved anything. If you don't confront him now, you're never going to be free of him. Is that what you want?
I just want to rest. And after, well, I haven't really thought that far ahead.
You have to make him understand why you're doing all this, otherwise, what's the point of it all?
I should speak to him alone.
I don't think that's a good idea.
He won't hurt me. I think he even loves me. In his own way.
I've spoken to the chief superintendent and demanded a full investigation. I don't know what you think you were playing at.
Tristan, do stop it. Stop it now before you have a stroke.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to explain, but in order for that to happen, you have to shut up and listen. For once in your life, just shut up and listen. Oh, that's better.
Being in debt to my ex-partner is a small price to pay considering the alternative. Joe was great. He sent money, called once a week and visited when he could.
Was it awful?
I won't be going back. Fancy another? Oh, go on. This is the first time I've been out since, well, for too long.
Same again, please.
Am I wrong, guys?
All that time? Why didn't you say anything?
I'm scared of you. Everybody is if you did but notice it.
What about dinner?
You're going to have to fend for yourself for a while.
Does that mean after it's over, you're going to come home?
I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it.
I might have escaped a prison sentence by the skin of my teeth, but there's still the GMC hearing.
Well, you got to see that as a positive thing. Get it out the way, get back to work, you can pay off your debt. I'm not going to strike you off.
Yeah, but they will pick me apart. The competence, professionalism, my whole life under the microscope. And I'm not sure that I can stand up to that closer scrutiny.
You're not going to do another runner, are you?
Of course not.
I'll be making a full report to both DS Rogue and... Oh well, thank heavens that's over.
How about I run you a bath, you have a soak while I cook dinner? Sound good?
First part does.
You can fill me in on your bad day.
Where are you off to? Sensitively handled, I said. Kid gloves, I said. So, if either of you two lovebirds could explain how that turned into 5 counts of theft, a further 90 offences to be taken into consideration, and a bail refusal, then I am all ears.
She's guilty, she's sane, and she's confessed to 95 verified counts of shoplifting. What was I supposed to do?
Well, luckily for both of you, his Nibs has just spoken to the ACS, and for some inexplicable reason, he's declared himself satisfied with the way you handled things. Are you going to tell me how you managed it?
Womanly charm, tact and sensitivity, sir.
Well, whatever it was, it got you off the hook.
It got you and me both off the hook, sir.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the drink.
No, really, I mean it. I need all the friends I can get at the moment. How about I see you home?
Oh, it's all right. I live on the other side of town. Oh. Sorry. I mean, I would love to. I really would love to. You're so lovely and everything. It's just that...
There's somebody else.
What makes you say that?
Well, I never lose out unless there's somebody else.
So it's the first time?
Is there somebody else?
Mind your own business.
5 minutes, okay?
Yeah, I'm done.
Actually, do you want this on the sofa?
Yeah, thanks.
Me and Amanda never cut much.
That explains a lot.
Feeling better?
Not really, no. I'm sorry, which hospital?
St Phil's. Temp. Come on.
I'll be needing that.
I hope you're hungry, Dr. West.
Afraid not.
I've got Battenberg! New year, new term at Waterloo Road, tonight at 8. Next this afternoon on BBC One, it's Neighbours.